Across the ring.
The counter punch.
Alright, what's good, people? Right now, I'm getting ready to play you guys a clip that I did long time ago with Kell Brook. It's a rumor that he got hospitalized badly in sparring. Well, after this video, it will no longer be a rumor. I got the actual facts and the truth that went down to the situation. I'm quite sure you probably heard of it before yourself too. Another thing, this is an older clip, so you will hear my smoke alarm in the background. Alright? Times is better now, but times was hard then. Grab your popcorn and enjoy this story. Alright, let's get into this shit. Did Kell Brook really get stopped in sparring by a body shot to the ribs? We all heard it. We've heard that Kell Brook got his ribs broken in sparring. A lot of people try to sweep this up under the rug and act like this never even happened. And it's true. It probably never happened. But then again, it probably did. You will know by the end of this video if that is true or not. See, what a lot of people do not know is some people think that this allegedly happened before the Errol Spence fight. Some people say before the Sean Porter fight. But this right here allegedly happened right after the Sean Porter fight. See, a lot of people want to kill Deontay Wilder for beating Bermane Stiverne, and then they want to say that he started fighting a whole bunch of nobodies. But Kell Brook kind of had that same effect. Kell, he won his title against Sean Porter, was motivated to come to the U.S. and win his world title, got the world title, and Kell got lazy. I mean, for all the stories you heard, Kell was an alcoholic. Kell got fat. Kell was just beating on bums. Kell, all he did was just eat, drink. I won't be surprised if Kell smoked a little ganja. I won't be fucking surprised. Kell was getting into fights outside the ring. You know, Kell was partying a whole lot after that Sean Porter fight. A whole lot. And then he relapsed after the Errol Spence fight because he got back into shape for Triple G. He was really trying to beat Triple G. Lost that one. And then lost to Errol Spence. He was still motivated because he wanted to keep his title and beat Errol Spence. And after the Errol Spence fight, he fell back. But that's another video. Let's stick to the task at hand. And that this whole allegedly getting his ribs broken in sparring. You guys, I could go straight to my point, but like I told you guys, I'm going to keep telling you guys, good storytellers elaborate from the beginning to the end. They don't skip shit. All right? So let me tell you guys about the initial stages. Remember, I told you guys all the activities that Kell Brook was indulging in after the Sean Porter fight, after he gained that title. Well, Kell Brook was getting ready for JoJo Dan, and he needed an opponent for JoJo Dan, a sparring partner, somebody that could somebody that has some similarities to JoJo Dan. And Kell Brook told Dominic Ingle that I don't want to spar no bum. Do not get me no bum to spar for JoJo Dan. That's what he told Dominic Ingle. And from what I'm hearing, word got back. I can't pronounce his last name, but the guy that allegedly broke Kell ribs in sparring, word got back to him that Kell Brook said that. His name is David. I can't pronounce his last name. But he was gonna, have fun with Kell. He wasn't even a fan of Kell. This is what David is saying. Until he got that word that Kell Brook called him a bum, thinking that he was just gonna bounce him around the ring with punches, 1-2s all around the fucking ring. That's what Kell Brook thought. That this is an easy fucking spar. Dominic Ingle, don't bring me him because he's just gonna get 1-2 to death. All right. Well, word got to David, and David didn't like that shit. Cause David, classy guy, as I told you guys before, was gonna have some fun with Kell Brook, practice, a great spar. But David took that seriously. He said, "Oh, this guy must not really know. He must not really know who he's dealing with. I was gonna be classy with Kell, but since Kell wants to disrespect me, I'm not gonna even go back and forth with all the talking. Kell Brook do not know that I know that he said that. All right. So David is like, once I get into this ring with Kell, I'm gonna hurt this dude. I'm gonna punish that dude because Dominic Ingle knows about David. In fact, Dominic Ingle is the reason why Kell and David still sparred, because Kell was still like, fuck that. I want a decent opponent to spar with. I don't want to spar with no fucking bum. Dominic Ingle's letting Kell know, no, he's a good opponent. Basically putting Kell on game on what he's really dealing with. Then Kell Brook is like, okay, bring him in. And that's when fucking David is like, okay, just tell Kell Brook to keep that same energy. David did not want to talk shit at all. He wanted to surprise Kell Brook. That's what he wanted to do, all right? And the rumors about this sparring, the rumors leading into this sparring was kind of interesting because several people was there to see this intense sparring because this guy truly isn't a bum. Well, at this time, he probably was. But this guy, in total, he's not a bum. Of course, he's not elite neither. But he's not no bum. So, Kell was really sleeping on this dude. All right? And it was kind of fucked up for David because David had a lot of respect for Kell. And all that respect just got lost that fast. It just vanished. And I never really heard about how the word got around to David, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dominic Ingle. Who knows? Dominic Ingle being a great fucking coach or trainer, whatever, probably wanted David to bring his A game. Probably he could have said it, y'all. Probably didn't say it, but word is, at the end of the day, fucking David got the fucking word to mouth. Word of mouth, gossip, word of the grapevine, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It got right to David, and he wasn't having that shit. All right? So let's get into the spar. Furthermore, as soon as David arrived to Dominic Ingle's gym or whatever, he still showed class. He never told Kell Brook that he knowed, but he said, that he's a bum. He's just gonna get 1-2 to death or whatever. He never told Kell Brook none of this shit. He never walked in there with, even act like he has some animosity towards Kell. Even though Kell clearly bothered him when he said that shit. He also said Kell was fake because Kell is the type of guy, according to him, that would talk shit about you, call you a bum, but to see you and try to give you all the respect in the world. Try to show the class instead of just keeping that same fucking energy. So, but that don't mean too much because Kell probably just do his talking with his hands or whatever. But he was clearly talking shit, so it could go either way. But let's get into this shit though, man. Because this shit is actually crazy because Kell literally didn't do nothing. As soon as that bell rung for the spar to start, David immediately rushed Kell. Immediately. And put those paws on Kell. Hit Kell with a monstrous body shot that broke his ribs. out of all the accumulation of punches that he was throwing at Kell. And you know what's funny? Usually in my sparring stories, even if a fighter gets stopped, even if a fighter gets knocked out, whatever, they usually hold their own. They usually land some punches, maybe knock a fighter down, maybe even hurt a fighter before they get beat up themselves. But no, he just went right at Kell, hopped on Kell, hit Kell with a monstrous shot, and got Kell up out of there. Dominic Ingle immediately called the ambulance, and that was a moral sparring victory for David. Easy work. That's what you call no respect. I'm going to teach this dude to think before he call anybody else a bum. I'm doing this for everybody. That's how David is thinking. So, that's how that sparring story went, man. But, let's get to the conclusion of this sparring story. At the end of the day, we all know, yeah, it was a pretty good spar for David. He could say he won that sparring, even though sparring is sparring. He could say he won that spar, practice or whatever against Kell. Kell was underestimating them. But let's not act like this is Special K. Like I told you guys before, Kell was drinking, doing drugs, alcohol, doing a whole lot of eating, and basically got up off the fucking couch to face you. You dig? Trying to, I don't know, get that spark back going against you, and you took advantage of that. It's not like you fought Special K. So let's not get it twisted, y'all. But yes, he broke Kell Brook's ribs. Kell Brook immediately went to the hospital. Lord knows for how long, but that definitely did happen, you guys. Kell Brook got stopped by David in sparring with a body shot. Broken ribs. All right, I'm out.